How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week, day, um, year. And today we're going to talk about a topic that I'm sure a lot of you have been hearing about in the media, at work, everywhere, schools, and everything. But let's talk about being thankful and thankfulness and the importance of being thankful. So, Iris, why do you think it's important to be thankful?
It is important to be thankful at so many different levels. It's a sign of gratitude. It's a sign of um, even if you're not in agreement with what it is, the fact that you see it, that you're in that agreement with what it is. And I'm talking about now mental health part, like the part of us that when we are not thankful or our peace perceives as something wrong. So thankfulness is more than just being grateful for something that happens outside. It's also calming our mind that it's okay no matter what happens outside. I got you. I'm okay with whatever it is. So gratitude, being thankful is such a great aspect of healing the mind. Such a um, important um, part of it because it's peace, is self love.
It
When
is.
you're just grateful for who you are, no matter what happens outside.
Yeah. And with gratefulness, I'm feeling thankful and grateful. I think sometimes we're always so focused on that next thing that I have to get to, that next thing that I have to do. And when we're focused, and look, being focused on your goal, number one, yes, important to be focused on the goal, but sometimes we forget to think what we have already. Sometimes
Exactly.
we forget, and it could be the smallest things like I have the ability, and I call this small, but it's such an important ability, right? I have the ability to see, I have the ability to hear. To us, it may seem small, but not really,
No.
because if we lost it, we would be in a very bad place, right? And it could be as easy as I have this, when I think of something simple, I think of one of my favorite things, which is sticky notes, right? I have my sticky notes. I don't always get to have my sticky notes, but I have my sticky notes today, right? And I'm thankful. I love sticky notes. I love office supplies in general. But I'm kind of weird that way. But it's one of those things that, those small things, being thankful for the small things that we have also bring about much more and helps us
Exactly.
be able to focus on this is what I have, being thankful and grateful for it. And then how can I continue to use this to continue to propel myself to grow? And I think when we don't become thankful, it's really easy to overlook
Yeah, because the mind is so preoccupied with what's wrong. Because
with
if we
what's
don't have a peace, then something is wrong.
exactly. And so we focus so much on that thing that's wrong, that thing that I don't have, that lack, that thing that I'm lacking. Then all of a sudden, when I decide to say, okay, hold on one second, let me look at what are some things for me to be thankful of? And we realize all of these things that we have to be thankful for. And then all of a sudden we think about that one person or that one thing that can propel us to continue. You know, I can go talk to Iris. I can go talk to so and so about this. And this is somebody that can help me figure out this next step in my
Exactly.
life.
Exactly.
And sometimes we're so focused on, I don't know how to do this, and I gotta figure it out, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, let me be grateful. And sometimes when we calm our mind down, other ideas pop up because we're flowing.
Yes, we are
We're
at
in a flow.
peace.
Yes, we're at peace, we're in a flow, and then all of a sudden these other ideas come up.
Just remind me, peace is the flow of life.
This is the
Peace is
flow of
the
life.
flow of life.
Yes. And
Oh,
how many times do we get an idea? A really amazing idea, right? And in the moment we're in the flow with it, right? We're in it. We're like, yeah, this is, and then I'm gonna do this, and then as we start going, all of a sudden we put a block and we decide not to ask for help or to leave it there. And then all of a sudden we're blocking our mind. We're blocking our purpose in a way.
Yes, and definitely will bring you back to peace if you remember to just be grateful for this moment, no matter how it's presenting.
Yeah. Be grateful for the fact that I'm here, the fact that I have, if I'm here, it means that there are tools out there that I can use for this.
If you are here, it means that you are worth it, that you are needed, that you matter, that your life is a gift
Mhm.
to the whole world. So this is such a beautiful, beautiful topic and and extremely important,
Yeah.
more than we think. Um, you just remind me. I'm sorry for interrupting you. You just reminded me when I was a little girl. Two things you reminded me. When I was a little girl, my grandmother had this thing with me that she will have me saying thank you for my teeth, and for my eyes, and for my ears, every part of my body. She will say, give thanks to every part of your body.
Mhm.
If you don't have hands, how do
Yeah.
you hug your children? How you hug yourself? How you cook? How do you do the things? If you don't have your feet, how you walk from the room to the bathroom? If you don't have your butt cheek, how do you sit down? So every part of your body is such a gift to have.
It is.
Yesterday I was talking to one person, my mother's friend. She's so beautiful, and she's so worried because her vision, she's losing her vision.
Mhm.
And right now, all she's worrying about is that she can barely see. A person, a 70-year-old person, losing their vision at this age, like it's like a no age. Like you lose your vision at
Exactly.
aging is horrible, but at 70 something, how do you how do you find cope and how do you um
Manage.
yeah, how do you go with that? Like how do you accept something like that and
Mhm.
be grateful for everything else that we have, including the fact that gratefulness for all the years that we had a vision, even if we lose it right now, we'll
Yeah.
take the suffering away.
Yeah. Being grateful that we can imagine things, at least we know what colors look like. There's people that are born with eyesight, right? And there's
Exactly.
always, I always say, there's always those, there's that saying, you cry about not having shoes until you meet the person that has no feet, right? Like you cry because it happens when you realize, okay, there are people that don't have this, so let me be grateful for this thing that I have. And being grateful, sometimes, talking to a friend of mine some time ago, and we're talking about being grateful, and she's like, people talk about gratefulness so much, but she's like, I feel like it's a way for people to stop growing. And I was like, whoa, what do you mean? Right? Like, exactly. Like, I made that sentence. I was like, what? Why do you say this? She goes, because you said, well, I'm grateful. I may be losing my sight, but I'm grateful that I can imagine things. Then you don't look at other ways of handling life. And I said, no, sometimes he's just saying thank you for this to help keep you at peace so that you can learn. Because if I
Yeah,
get so stuck, it's like hitting myself against a wall, like a frog, going against a wall. What's that going to do? Right. So that when
exactly.
I decide to say, okay, I'm at peace where I am, and maybe if I turn, I can go this way. Now I
Even
have
if
a
I don't
direction.
like it, I am at peace with what it is because I cannot change what it is right now. I mean, how we
Exactly.
unfold it. And if I stay stressed,
Mhm.
I won't be able to do anything because then I get stuck. Sorry, I just needed to jump in because just
Yeah.
thinking about that French mentality is like what?
No, and it's that acceptance, right? And coming from that place of acceptance. So thankfulness and acceptance kind of go together. And I know we say this all the time. Acceptance is not condoning, it's not staying in the status quo. Acceptance is just saying, okay, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm
Again,
aware. This
I'm
happening,
okay.
I can see it. I can hear it.
Exactly. I'm not gonna keep pushing into saying I am not here. No, I'm here. I can face it. And then being thankful for the fact that what I have, the tools that I have now, and then going on. I don't know. This is a very old show, Dora the Explorer. I know they're probably still showing it,
I don't
but
know.
Dora the Explorer has a little backpack.
Oh, the
It's a
backpack
kid.
of Dora.
Exactly, Dora's little backpack, right? And in her backpack, she always has what she needs to fix the problem. And it's
That's what the
funny.
backpack is for?
the backpack always has different things. And then there's always this one thing. I think it's in that one or in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I don't know. I My kids are getting older, so I'm not having to watch those as much, which makes me happy, but I just realized I'm forgetting. There's always like a mystery one. I think it's in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And there's always a mystery one. So there's all these tools that you can use, and there's like a mystery tool. And
Oh,
how much is that related to life,
oh
right?
yeah.
That if you really look inside, you have what you need to fix things, right? And you may have to use some of your helpers, right? But this is also what you have. This is your community, right? So we have, and that's that mystery tool. And I always say, sometimes, and I used to make this to the kids. I think they were way too young to understand what I was saying. But I say, all these little things are things that are at her disposal in her backpack. And that mystery tool is that one tool that sometimes you have to ask for help.
If you see the problem, you just reminded me. If you can see it, that means the solution is so also from where you're seeing it or
Yeah,
within you.
it's in there.
God,
Yes. See, and I mean, I'm a
grateful
big,
for our beingness.
I you know me with kids shows and kid movies, but I think they can teach you so much. And I wish, I don't know, I think it's just because I've had to watch so many of them, and my therapist mind is always there. Looking at it, and really, when you're with your kids and you're watching those shows, try and make those comparisons to real life. Because even though they may not understand it at a time, I think as they grow up,
Oh
my
yeah.
mommy always said, how many times do we say that? My mommy always said, my daddy
Uh-huh.
always said, my
Uh-huh.
soul said. We say
Uh-huh.
it all the time. So
Yeah.
just throw it in there. They may not understand it. They may think, oh, it's her talking again. But
Uh-huh.
hopefully at some point it'll come to their head and say, my mom always said that I do have my little Dora backpack with my tools.
You just
with the
reminded me of Jesus' quote. You cannot enter the kingdom of God until you become like children, meaning your mind to go back to innocence, to go back to see the good in things. Like when children always find good in things. It's not that you cannot recognize that something is not right, but focus on what you can do.
Yes.
Be
And
grateful for your ability.
curiosity. Yes, that curiosity of children. Kids
Yes,
are curious, and that curiosity leads to learning,
exactly, which is linked
to growth,
to awareness, which
awareness.
is linked to breaking the cycle of fear.
There we go. There we go. I love how we we kind of tie back a lot of our different videos, because I think so much of mental health and the topics that we talk about, thankfulness, um, it's about getting to know who you are and breaking patterns,
Breaking, coming aware
becoming aware.
of oneself, that
Mhm.
self that we lost when we were children.
Yeah. And we continue to lose and gain and lose and gain. And we decide to put the spotlight of different parts in our lives, which is important. We cannot have the spotlight all the time on everything. But every so often, again, find that place, find what you're thankful for. What are you thankful for?
Yeah.
So important to think about. There's so many things, and I know through the month of November, you see all the, Facebook and then YouTube and stuff like that of things you can do at home. Don't stop after Thanksgiving. Don't stop after November. I
Love
know,
yourself.
for example, we use at my house we have like a piece of paper taped on the kids' doors, and they get to write what they're thankful for every day. And they can write on each other's doors. I have teenagers, so the writing on each other's door is not happening as much. But you can write on each other's door what you're thankful for and stuff like that. And yes, it's a mommy crazy thing that she does to them right now. But keep it up through the year,
Yeah.
right? Make it
Yeah.
into, I'm sure there's people that are way more creative than I am. And some people make it into a tree with leaves and what you're thankful for. That's fine. Make it your own. Put it somewhere else. Do a chat with your family. What are we thankful for?
What are we
And
thankful?
every week, the whole family chat gets to write what they're thankful for. Mostly as kids get to be adults, and our families are everywhere. What are we thankful for as a family?
Yeah. And live this day as if it is your last.
And yes, this is, oh, I love that. I love that
I
thing.
love that quote by
I love
Ogmandio.
that. I love
Be
that.
thankful for each day because it's a gift. It is
Sure.
a gift, no matter how it's unfolding. Some gifts don't feel good. Some gifts are exciting to see. Some gifts you don't even know what's coming, but it's still a gift.
Still a gift. Every
Still,
situation it's a gift, and we either learn from it or enjoy it. Or both.
yeah, evolving,
Yep.
always growing.
Oh, I love this. I love this topic. Thank you, Iris. Please like,
Thank
subscribe,
you.
share, and of course, put comments down there on the chat. And we love you, and I hope you have a wonderful November. But remember to keep thankfulness going the whole year round, because that makes a big difference in life.
Every day, be thankful for the presence that you see in the mirror.
Oh, I love that one.
Beautiful.
Bye.